I'm Glenn Morshower, and welcome to PursuitSAFETY.org. We exist as an organization for one reason: to save lives. This is not an anti-police campaign. We very much appreciate what it is they do. We simply maintain that policy and procedure exist for a reason, and they need to be followed. I became involved with Pursuit Safety about a year ago. I saw Candy and Mark Priano on a national talk show, morning program, and was so deeply moved by the story of the loss of their daughter. And since I have children myself, I so easily could place myself in their shoes, although they certainly are not shoes I'd want to be in, and empathize with their not only loss, but their unnecessary loss. The initial email that I sent to Candy Priano was one of heartfelt concern from a connected family member of the world, just a human being who understands you have gone through a severe tragedy, and I want you to know that the strangers of the world aren't really strangers, that some of us care too. I had the blessing of being able to travel to Northern California and meet the Priano family, and at that time we discussed the possibility of doing some PSAs. I think probably because my face more often than not is associated with law enforcement, at least on television it is, that perhaps my involvement with Pursuit Safety can help bridge the seeming disparity between the police department and Pursuit Safety's stance. There shouldn't be such a wide gap between the two positions, because Pursuit Safety absolutely admires what it is the police do and want to be supportive, and yet at the same time they want the police department to understand how crucial, and that's the word, crucial it is that they follow procedure and policy. Lives are saved when they do. That's why those policies exist. Pursuit Safety's major issue is that we want to be heard. We want to be understood that we don't have anything against the police departments in this country. We simply want them to follow procedure. What it really comes down to is risk versus reward. On the reward side, if the police chase someone for a non-life-threatening crime or a crime of no real severity, they get to maybe make an arrest at best. On the risk side, you put the public at risk, where anyone of any age, anywhere, at any time can lose their life, and that is devastating also to the families. It has a rippling effect. So when you look at risk versus reward, it's simply not worth risking the lives of innocent people to bust someone for a taillight violation. A lot of people, myself included, I will admit that I was unaware of the statistics, and I think the saddest part of it is this could have been avoided. Not only could have been, but I'm going to use a word I don't often use. It should have been avoided, and it wasn't. And that's what's devastating. You know, a lot of accidents, they really can't be avoided. That's why they're called accidents. These were choices that were made to pursue. Instead of the officer taking into account risk versus reward, and is this justifiable? Is this a wise choice? Should I be doing this at this time and traveling 60 miles per hour in the inner city, running stop signs and so forth? These numbers exist as numbers on a ledger or a tally sheet, in many instances for the police department. But for the families who lose their loved ones, these exist in our hearts, where they place long-term damage. They're not forgotten about the following week. To empower the police to do whatever they wish, whenever they wish, I think this is really wrong. There should always be accountability for everyone, and no exceptions. Those policies are there for a reason. They're there to save lives. Candy Priano is an angel. I so love what she is about. Just energetically, she's genuine, she's compassionate. Every week she listens to messages coming in from total strangers who have just had happen the very thing that she experienced 6 years ago in January when Christy lost her life. I'm honored to know her. I feel lucky to know her and their entire family. She's got a firm grip on the bigger picture and had a splendid relationship with her daughter. I know it's the loss of a lifetime. We recently shot 7 public service announcements in Chico, California, the city where Christy lost her life, to help get word out to the public about Pursuit Safety. I would very much like to communicate my gratitude to Fox Television for their good-hearted nature, for their willingness to participate in this extremely worthwhile cause, and I might add to do so free of charge. No money ever changed hands, and I thought that that was beautiful. You know, there's still some intrinsic goodness in the world. They just want to get the word out, and our belief is that if even one life is saved, it will have been worthwhile. If you are experiencing the loss of a loved one in this tragic manner, please accept our heartfelt condolences and know that our wish for you is that you will find the compassion and the support you need in order to heal.